Seems like old times having you to walk with. Seems like old times.
Welcome everyone to another episode of The First Watch. I'm Dan LaMarca. As always, I'm joined by Tom Osborne, aka Ozzy. Ozzy, how are you?
Good. What's going on, guys?
Happy to have you here today, talking about a fun movie that is not controversial at all. I'm also joined by Dave Eggers. Dave, how are you?
Well, I've never had a latency period.
You and Woody. So this is the First Watch show where we kind of go through movies that are on our backlog for a long time, right? We have lists. You have heard them in our. I guess you hear them at the end of every episode because we go through and then kind of sort through them. But this week, I shouldn't say week. This episode, we are talking about Annie Hall. Annie Hall. This is Woody Allen's 1977 Best Picture winning romantic comedy.
Oh, we're going to go right into that, huh?
Well, it's a pretty cool thing
I think
for a movie like this to win Best Picture, first of all.
It's not a hard one.
But there's something I think we should talk about right off the bat.
Is it that Ozzy changed his list?
He did change his list, and we need to talk about it.
We do need to talk about that.
So let's just
Made
talk
the
about
list
it
better. Made the list better.
We're going to talk about it right now. We tightened it up a little bit. So, Oz, correct me if I'm wrong, but from memory, I believe you changed Prisoners to Sicario in your five faves, right?
Yep.
And you added Children of Men instead of, I forget what.
I have no idea. I just know it changed.
Need to look at the list. What did we change?
I know exactly how to find this.
Was it the same director type of deal?
No.
Or was it the different
For
thing?
Sicario,
That was Sicario. Okay.
Yeah. Her. You had
that's right.
Spike
Oh, yeah.
Jonze
Yep.
is Her.
I remember because I kind of wanted to see that.
It's a good movie. It is no Children of Men, I'll tell you that.
now you gotta do it on your
Children
own.
of Men is
You got to watch it on your own time.
quite a flick. So that's a little housekeeping off the bat.
Yeah. I also know that's not what you really wanted to talk about.
I'm aware. So Woody Allen, let's just say a controversial figure. I think we should talk a little bit, just off the bat. Davey and I have talked in our years of deep philosophical conversations, late nights after playing board games.
Always.
We have often talked about like separating the art from the artist, right?
Yeah.
And I think both of us are pretty big believers in that. Like the art can speak for itself, But if we're talking about a movie and we're saying like, oh, this is a really great movie, and it's a person that maybe we don't think is a really great person,
No,
I think it does matter to have these kinds of conversations, right?
Yeah.
So I don't really know what the Woody Allen controversy is.
Well, you're about to find out, buddy. You're about to find out. So I'm going to make it kind of on the shorter end, but I'm going to hit the major points. So firstly, he had a relationship with Mia Farrow, right? It was a long relationship. Nothing, as far as their dynamic, nothing apparently wrong with that, right? But Mia Farrow had a couple of adopted children. One of those adopted children was Soon-Yi Previn, who Woody had known since she was like 7 or 8, something like that,
Yeah,
right?
very young
As
child.
being a part of, the family sort of deal. Later on, when Mia Farrow and Woody Allen split, there was an incident where Mia found nude pictures of Soon-Yi in Woody's apartment. Now, at the time, she was 20-something, 22, 25, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the dynamic, obviously, is, let's just say, a little bit strange, a little bit
yeah, that's
a little bit
nice
predatory.
Yeah.
He was 56 years old at the time, right?
Yeah.
So, that in general is problematic, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part one. The part two is Mia Farrow also publicly accused Woody Allen of sexually abusing their adopted daughter, Dylan Farrow. And this was a major like scandal in the news and in papers and on entertainment shows and all this stuff, right?
How long ago was this?
This would have been 1992. Yes, that was when the allegations came through. So
the crazy part about it, well, obviously, besides it itself, is also like how much of a pop culture reference joke it is as well.
Yes. Well, again, the problem. I mean, yeah, this was seen as like there was almost a split, right, in Hollywood of like who.
Oh, I feel like it always is.
Who
like that.
is on Woody's side? Who is on Mia Farrow's side? That sort of weird shit, right? But I think the major points were that the babysitter said that she saw Dylan on the sofa with Woody with his head on her lap facing her, and it looked inappropriate. And then at the time, Mia Farrow said that Dylan told her that she was touched inappropriately, right? So there were these whole things. He was never like charged with anything, whatever. But there was some really bad family dynamics where it's like some parts of the family were like, this never happened, these are lies, and some people were like, I think there was a recent one in like maybe around when Midnight in Paris was coming out and getting a lot of Oscar buzz, where I think Dylan came back out and was like, yeah, that is true. I don't speak about it much, but yes, it did happen. That sort of thing. So again, I just felt that this was worth discussing. I think regardless of what ends up being truthful or accurate, I don't think that he's a good guy, to say the least. I mean, to put yourself in these sorts of situations and to like definitely predatory behavior.
Yeah, no, at a minimum, I think like there's, even if everything is on the up and up, it's fucking weird. Yeah, to be dating your former adopted stepdaughter. Yeah. I mean,
I'd say that's pretty weird.
I think on its face, like even if you're like, no, we didn't do anything, we didn't have any romantic relationship until after she was an adult. It's like, okay, that's not good.
Yeah, not good. Still predatory.
Yeah.
So, all right, that is now out of the way. I think it's important to at least discuss that. But again, I am a believer that like, hey, work of art you can separate from the people that made it. So
R. Kelly is a monster. I Believe I Can Fly, great song.
That's the one you go with? No remix to Ignition?
No, I think that's actually like a Chappelle joke, but yeah. Listen, he has a fucking catalog if you really want to get into it, but
I mean, I really don't, but
yeah, exactly.
So that's out of the way. The reason I feel like that's especially important is because he is on screen for about 95% of this movie.
He's also the director.
Well, yeah, of course,
and the writer.
But what I mean is, he's the director and writer of many of his movies. He was a Oscar-nominated Best Lead Actor for this movie. Like his face is all over this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that means more in the sense of like you're watching the person constantly. I'm not saying that it's better if he wasn't.
No.
But it's more in your face.
But I think it's funny because I think in this movie, it kind of shows you a bit of that on its face. Like, I don't think he's... Like, I think it actually doesn't portray him in the best light.
Correct.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll talk about it, but now with you explaining all this, like the scene towards the beginning of the scene towards the beginning of the movie where he's like his... It's his little kid, and then he's the adult version. With the schoolgirl.
Tough scene.
It's a little weirder.
I mean, we're gonna discuss. So, like, as you see, everyone, like, they're all younger than him anyway. Like in most cases, I don't think his second wife really is, but by that much. But
right. Yeah. Well, all right. Let's get into the movie. So this movie is unconventional to say the least, right?
Oh, yeah.
So let's do a little history lesson before we get into it. So movie came out in 1977. Huge acclaim, critically acclaimed, did well at the box office, made good money. Diane Keaton wins Best Actress. It wins Best Picture. He wins Best Director.
And Screenplay.
And Best Original Screenplay.
Yes.
So 4 out of the big 5. 4 out of the big 5. He was nominated for lead actor. If he had won, they would have been all 5 of the big 5 categories, which puts it in like very rarefied air.
Who did win Best Actor?
It was Richard Dreyfuss for The Goodbye Girl, which is not a great movie.
Yeah.
Well, I like Richard Dreyfuss in a couple of movies, but I don't love him as an actor in general. So he's not. It's not my cup of tea. We'll say.
Okay.
But yeah, that I mean, Woody is very good in this movie. I think he's excellent. He is playing himself.
That's where I say, like, I think it's fair to not give him best actor when he's like, I wrote a movie about me and I played me and I did a good job. It's like, well, you did, but
I think he is very, very good in this movie.
No, I think he plays himself very well.
So, the Shaun of the Dead, right? This is the first movie we did. We talked about the plot A to B.
Yeah.
The whole thing. Because that's how the movie is filmed.
Yeah.
This is the exact opposite, where each scene, you don't know where you're at in the timeline.
Yeah. So,
which is really cool, and I think works really well for this movie.
Yes.
Because it's such like a whirlwind romance of like what's going on. You're like questioning everything. You're like, how long have they been together? Is this years? Is this months?
Yeah.
Is this days? Like I have no idea where I'm at, which is the intended effect of the way that his brain is working with this woman, you know?
Yeah. And you're even getting like right off the bat, it's a hyper imagined version of the events that happened and his life and his own imagination and everything like that. Like he says, I grew up under the roller coaster at Coney Island. Like, no, he didn't. Yeah. That's not real. But that's how we see it because that's how he remembers it and imagines it and all this stuff like that.
And that goes for the whole movie, right?
Yes.
He's stopping people in the street and, you know, they're talking to the camera.
Exactly.
And you know, there's a lot of really cool shit that makes this movie special and different, right? And that's why you watch it now and you're like, that's a fucking cool movie.
Yes.
You know, it's not just a normal romance movie.
So I'll even add to this in the same vein, and why all those breakups work so well as well is because it feels like stand up.
Yeah.
Like it's not someone just telling you a story. He's telling a bunch of bits. Like each scene can work as a bit.
Right.
And now it's all together.
Yeah. Because that's what it is, right? It's little snippets.
That's what it is.
Yeah. I really love the style of it. The breaking the fourth wall, talking directly to camera, things like when he brings in the movie, the filmmaker.
Yeah, I wrote down the name. Marshall McLuhan,
pulling him out from behind the sign to like talk to this guy who's critiquing him.
You're not familiar with my work at all. Like how you became to be an expert in anything is beyond me. and that is later used in so much media and tropes as like and there's a lot of that in this movie.
There's a ton of stuff that's used. The flip over to like this hand-drawn cartoon for a scene, right?
The people watching, the bridge scene.
Yes. The people watching. So this is kind of how this episode is going to be. I think we'll just kind of bounce around and talk about what we want to talk about.
Because we can talk about like what the plot. There isn't even really much of a plot.
Yeah, we'll give like the overall thing, but not like here's what happened. Here's what happened. No. But when they're doing the people watching, and they go, "Oh, this guy's the winner of the Truman Capote lookalike contest," and it's actually Truman Capote in the movie, which is hilarious.
I didn't even think I caught that.
There's so much of that.
Yeah.
They're having
Jeff
sex.
Goldblum has a cameo.
Yeah, Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, I remember that.
When they're having sex and he's like, "I feel like you're not here. Like, what are you doing?"
And
her ghost
body,
sitting on the chair and watching.
Yeah,
and they're both talking to him.
Yeah, it's like, you have my body. It's like, but I want both.
Yeah, that kind of stuff is I could imagine in 1977 watching this movie and being like, this is really new and interesting and really fucking good.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what's interesting.
And I'm sure there were people who were like, what the fuck is going on?
Course.
I hate this. This doesn't make any sense. Because there are people now, and someone I've sat down with to watch Everything Everywhere all at once. And they're just like, what the hell's going on? I don't get it. So,
I mean, that movie is very extreme, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure in the 70s, it's proportionally.
This was very different in a lot of ways. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say this was the first experiment. I mean, they're going to go see an Ingmar Bergman film that was doing insane stuff in the 50s. Like that's there's been cool stuff done before. He's not like brand new to doing something experimental, but I think the things that he's doing work really, really well in giving this a texture that a lot of romantic comedies wouldn't have had in the era. That's the idea.
I think even now for a romantic comedy.
Totally.
Yeah.
So overall, the movie, I'm just finishing up history here. Yeah. So critically acclaimed, won a bunch of Oscars. This was kind of the big jump off for Woody Allen. So he did a lot of stuff in entertainment prior to this. But this was only his fourth movie. So prior to, just to kind of give it a little bit of context, so in the 50s, late 50s, he was a comedy writer. And he did some TV. He did that Sullivan Show, Tonight Show. He would fill in for Johnny Carson in the 60s.
Yeah, and that even gets mentioned sort of in the movie.
Yeah, so he does the type of stand up that he's doing is what he actually was doing prior to making movies. So the Woody that we see is kind of a riff on like what he was doing 10, 15 years prior. And then from there, so he did a couple of Broadway plays, which is where he first linked up with Diane Keaton. She was in a play that he wrote called Play It Again, Sam. And then he made 3 movies. So he made Take the Money and Run, Everything You Always Wanted to Know About Sex But Were Afraid to Ask, and Love and Death. So those were 3 movies. I believe 2 of them had Diane Keaton in them. Oh. And he had a relationship with Diane Keaton prior to making Annie Hall.
Okay.
So he wrote Annie Hall for her and him because he had already had a relationship with her and knows her and understands. Which, I mean, I don't think there's we'll talk about this, but Diane Keaton's performance in this movie is like one of the best things of all time. So it is so good.
In the mood of jumping all over the place, I'm gonna say straight away that's my MVP.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Be crazy not to be.
For her to nail, because listen, yes, Woody Allen nails him playing Alvy because he wrote it, he directed it, and it's based off him. But for her to nail some of these things the way she does, like this is the original, like sort of pixie indie dream girl, quirky, and
she blows it out of the water. She's incredible, and we'll talk more about her, but. That's kind of the history. That's where we get Annie Hall. It's his real major breakthrough of like, okay, this guy. I mean, he won Best Director for his 4th movie.
Pretty good.
Which, you know, his first movie came out like 5 years prior, something like that. 69 was Take the Money and Run. So about 8 years. From his first movie to winning Best Director, that's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah.
So now let's get more into the movie. Start off right off the bat. I love the straight look into the camera, talking to the audience.
2 great jokes right off the bat.
Yeah, and it's all conversational, right? It's like, this is how this is going to be. This is my style. This is what I'm going for, right? Yeah. And yeah, you mentioned the Coney Island stuff. Yeah. I think. I love the callback when they go to visit the house after.
Yeah, and it's there, and he's like, there with Rob and Annie.
Yeah. You live there.
Yeah.
and they go in the house and look at their parents. That's an interesting scene.
Watch the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the scene where the colored girl is stealing money from the mother.
Oh yeah,
And
she should steal.
if she can't steal from us, who's she gonna steal
Yeah,
from?
yeah.
That is such a funny bit.
It is a good bit.
And them just watching it, laughing at them, like,
Yeah.
this is so crazy.
Johnny Nichols.
But that's why.
So I had a question.
Go ahead.
So this is so I've seen, for Woody Allen movies, the only one I've seen is Midnight in Paris. I was going through his filmography earlier.
Yeah.
So I haven't actually seen him in anything, and all I know about him are all the, millions of impersonations I've seen,
Right.
Probably
which are all
remotely
basically
anti-Semitic.
spot on. But in the movies the other movies that he's directed and he's been in, is
Yeah.
he typically playing the same role, or are all the impersonations just based off Annie Hall? Because that's, that
I'm
movie's
not like
such
a
a
Woody
pop
Allen completionist.
culture.
I mean, he's made like 50 movies, but the ones that I've seen that he's in, yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is him. He doesn't
Yeah.
have
Okay.
the widest range.
I don't think
as
I've
an
ever
actor.
seen him really.
But I could, I could be missing 5 movies where he does something totally different. I can't say for sure. But this is my main, touchstone for a movie I've seen multiple times and love, and the way he is. Yeah, this is the Woody Allen experience.
Yeah.
On screen.
That's how I always see him, and that's how I've always remembered it and seen him and then like seen portrayals of him, like you said, impersonators and whatnot, or impressions.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've really seen a lot of range out of
Right.
him.
There are major scenes that I want to talk through. Overall, I mean, we'll talk about the movie in general, but the idea of met this girl out of nowhere, she was kind of coming on to him, which I want to talk more about that scene. But I'm thinking of just like the big through line, right? There's not much to this plot, but the idea is meets a girl, surprised that she was pursuing him so much, go to, now they're together. Little bit of a volatile relationship, good, moving in together, no, I don't want to move in together, blah, blah, whatever. End up breaking up because they go to LA and she wants to go to LA to pursue a singing career. Who Paul Simon is the record label guy, and I think he's terrific in this. Yeah. He's so good. And they break up. She stays out in LA, and then the thing that makes this movie a little bit different that I appreciate so much is he makes the big grand gesture, right? He flies out to see her, and that scene, I mean, that's the scene for me. I mean, we'll talk about it, but the way that she plays that scene when they're meeting up in LA, and she's like having lunch with him and they're talking or whatever, and she's just like, why am I even here?
Yeah.
Like, why did I even come here?
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to be here. And you could see she's just, everything he's saying, she's just like, I don't owe you anything, man.
No,
like, I don't want to be a part of this.
There, like, I did the thing, now
Yes.
come with me.
Yes.
And it's like, that's not how that works.
And so they end up not getting back together. And then they flash forward to him writing a play about their relationship, which is like super meta because the whole movie is about their relationship.
And then in the play, she does go with him.
Yes. Yeah. And he looks at the camera to talk about like, what? I need to, I'm trying to sell tickets.
Play.
It's my first play. And they do a cool thing where like they meet up for coffee or something.
No, they run into each other. That's another iconic grab from everything else. Like everything else then grabbed it. It's like, oh, I ran into Annie years later. I was with another girl. She was with another guy. Met up for lunch.
Yeah. And just seeing them like walk away from each other and like, that's it. It's that these are the kinds of things that make this like stand the test of time, like a excellent movie.
Yeah.
Like it surprises you in interesting ways.
Yeah.
Without being like thinking it's too smart. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not.
See.
Well, I'm not saying
No.
I'm not saying the script.
No.
I'm saying the idea of what happens.
Yes.
Is very like realistic. in a interesting way, because you were expecting it to be this sensational romance, and here's how it's going to end in this nice way, and blah blah blah. Or the exact opposite. What really happens is in between, where it's like...
Well, I think that's what makes it so good as like a rom-com, right? Is like you expect the rom-com. There's a format. There's a template. Yeah. Like it usually goes a certain way. You have your up, your low, your big letdown, and then they get back together. Everything's happy ever after. But that's not how life works. Sometimes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes not.
Well, and the two movies that it reminded me of, which are two of my favorites, is 500 Days of Summer.
Mm-hmm. Never seen it.
And the ending, as far as, the two main leads, you're expecting them to get back together, and they don't, and it's, quote unquote realistic in that way, is with La La Land. For La La Land, at the end, you also get the montage of what if, which would be this has kind of the exact same thing, replaying all the scenes from the movie, and you have the nice music, and then it's like, nope, that's not real life.
When they do that in this movie, it's unreal.
I do think that's so actually good. Like a really good comparison, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, clearly inspired.
Yeah. No, I know, but I'm just
instead of I love New York, I hate L.A. La La Land is I love L.A.
Oh my God,
I don't like New York.
Right.
The I don't want to go to L.A. thing is so funny because it's also like so fucking true.
They have no culture.
Yeah. Oh,
except you can turn right on red lights.
Yeah, and now we can do that here. So fuck off. No, but that's great. And then like the New York is dying trope. It's like people saying that now 10 years before.
How long they've been saying?
Oh yeah, New York's been dying for 400 years or whatever the fuck. Man, but it's so good. And then there's a scene where he's like, they think New York's a bunch of communist pornographers. I live here, and I think that.
yeah. But yeah, we'll talk. I mean, let's talk big scenes.
Yeah.
We kind of gave the overall main threads, right?
Yeah.
And then we can just kind of hit the stuff we want to talk about. I have a couple quotes written down that I want to talk about in scenes that we want to talk about. Like I feel like we'll kind of just bounce around and do that because there really isn't much.
Yeah, like what are we going to touch on?
Yeah, we're not going to go through each individual thing. It's just here's something interesting that I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So their first meeting, right, when they're playing tennis with his friend.
So when he meets Annie. Yeah. Not when we meet Annie.
No.
Okay.
When he meets Annie.
I think this is my favorite scene.
And they're playing tennis, and the way that they show her in that, of like when she's hitting the ball, and clearly it's going way off the court or whatever, but she just has this big smile on her face.
She's having a good time.
And then they cut to them like in the lobby after it, and oh hey, you were terrific today. You played great. Yeah. And it's like, no, she didn't.
And then she's like,
oh,
and
really?
So did you?
You think so?
Like,
so did you?
And then they like draw attention. They're like, why are we saying this thing that you're supposed to say?
Yeah. I love that scene because I love the way that she feels like she's like a little kid trying to be an adult.
I think even like the way she's dressed is to indicate that.
Totally.
She's little
her
Annie
tie,
Hall,
her
innocent from Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
In the big old city. Well, I don't know why I went southern on that, but I think we all know why I went southern on that.
But yeah, I really like that scene because he's so like he's not getting it. Yeah, it's going right past him, but it's almost like he's like, what? Like me? You're thinking about me? I don't know. I wouldn't have even considered that.
No.
Which I think is funny because clearly most things that he's doing in his life are involved with how am I going to get in someone's pants, right?
Yes. And he's also like I will say narcissistic and all about himself, neurotic.
Oh yeah.
But then when it's coming at him, he's like, huh?
Yeah.
He's like, I wish it was coming at me. It's coming at me.
Yeah. Well, they even play that even further when he's going to hand out an award in L.A.
Oh yeah.
And he makes himself sick.
Yeah.
Because he's like, wait, it's actually happening. I can't do it.
Yeah.
And I love when
as soon as he gets the call.
Yeah.
Oh, starts eating the
chicken.
chicken.
This isn't so bad actually. Give me a little salt. But yeah, so it's an endearing scene, and then you have her driving, and she's like a psychotic driver.
Oh my god, I love that scene so much.
The way it's filmed too. That first person view of the car like swerving around and bouncing,
and it's obviously like over dramatized because it's his memory of like, and he's neurotic, and also like there's cliches come in here. Like,
Yep.
oh, you keep such a nice car. He pulls out a sandwich.
Is this a sandwich?
This is a sandwich? It's like, we've all met this girl.
100%. And you can't help but be charmed by her.
No, of
That's the
course.
whole idea.
They go back to her place.
One of the things I wrote down, it was during that first meeting after they were playing tennis. I mean, there's so many little lines that he says and the little jokes, and I
Yeah.
can't remember the context, but when he's like, "My mother never gave me gifts. She was too busy getting raped by the Kazakhs."
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
No, it was
what
his
the
grandma.
fuck?
Yeah.
Because
Graham.
Grammy Hall
Grammy.
gave her the tie.
Yeah.
It's like, Grammy? What are you, from a Norman Rockwell painting?
He said, did you grow up in a Norman Rockwell painting?
But my favorite line from that driving scene, and I'll say the whole like meeting Annie scene, is, "We can walk to the curb from here."
Yeah.
Fucking gold.
And the way that she pulls in so sharp in this tiny spot.
Yeah, it was like, oh, they got a parallel park in the city, just front first.
So good. So yeah, now they're together. We have, again, it's all jumbled. Like we have already met Annie at that point in a different time in their relationship.
Yeah.
But you kind of go through the phases, right, of the relationship, even though it's out of order. If we try to order it,
You'll see it.
you see it. You see a young, fun relationship.
Honeymoon phase.
Yeah, honeymoon phase. They have sex, and he said that's the most fun I've ever had without laughing.
Yeah.
Well, and you get the scene where she invites him up to drink, and they're drinking wine on her
In the like
The internal
on her
monologue.
roof.
the random glasses.
Yeah.
One has a wine glass, one has a pint glass. Or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
But that's one of the iconic things too, right? It's the lines that are in their head are in subtitles,
Yes.
and then what they're actually saying is different. This is the kind of stuff where it's like he has all these ideas for how to like break the mold of a normal movie, and he's just throwing them all
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
And the fact that it all comes together and works as well as it does is a miracle.
That's true. Like, it could have been a disaster because,
Total disaster.
but I think because he sets it in his own rules where like none of the rules matter. So yeah, I can do whatever I want.
And it's because he's a comedian, right?
Oh, of course.
So he says like, well, I know that this is funny.
Yeah.
Let me make it interesting and funny, and people won't care. Like that's the
thing.
idea.
Like,
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is. Like, because if you tried to do this in like a serious film, I don't think it works.
No.
I think if you tried to do this in like a maybe science fiction, but even then, but like because it's funny, funny works. Like people know what funny when they see it, or hear it, or whatever,
Or
format.
anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
So that's an excellent scene. And the thing that I love about it is there's a point during that scene where they both have the feeling of like, oh my God, I'm blowing this.
Yeah.
Like separately.
They're both like
They're both like, oh God.
trying to connect.
He's
the
gonna think
wires.
I'm a yo-yo.
Yeah.
That's the thing when you get to like the crux of this movie, what makes it so interesting. It's 1977, right? Obviously very different. There's almost 50 years ago. The gender dynamics of this movie are so interesting because she keeps saying, you don't think I'm smart enough for you. That's why,
I think
it's
there's
never going to
also-
work out. You're not going to, you don't think I'm smart enough. And he's always like talking about like, what's wrong with school?
Yeah.
Until there's something wrong with school, until the professor's hitting
Until
on her.
it's his problem.
And then it's like,
Well, even-
this is one of the things that's ruining this country.
Even the whole thing is like academics and like, oh, we should all be smarter. And like, yes, he has a level of intelligence that he does like to show off a bit, but then also like downplay it in a childish way. At the same time, when his second wife Robin is like having this big New Yorker party, he's like, oh, a bunch of like boring
Yeah.
people, and he's like in the bedroom watching basketball. He's like, let's just have sex. And it's like, oh, so
That's his most relatable scene in the entire movie. She's like,
Watching
why are
basketball
you
and
being
wanna
so
have sex?
hostile? Why are you being so hostile? Because all I want to do is watch the Knicks.
yeah.
You can relate to that, Oz?
Yeah.
And then he just like locks himself away in that bedroom, and you just watching him. And she's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
There's I mentioned the college thing. One of my favorite lines in the movie is Sun is bad for you. Everything our parents said it was good is bad. Sun, milk, red meat, college.
Yep. But yeah, that's early on. When Rob is always trying to just get him out to LA.
Yep.
He said, come out to LA. I think he's an underrated character in this.
I think he's really good.
I think he's fantastic.
Really good. What? So here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
We're really just gonna bop around. We're gonna ping pong around. When he has to pick him up out of jail, and he pulls up, and they're talking, and he says, "Twin 16-year-olds."
Oh yeah.
I was like, my jaw was on the floor. I was like, Jesus
and he
Christ.
said the mathematic possibilities.
My God.
Just combining the ages.
It's so insane.
No, yeah, there's a lot of that. And
there's a lot of that.
I wonder what Woody was thinking.
There's a lot of that.
What Woody was thinking.
I love when they're on their first like breakup, and
he's with the other girl.
He's with Shelley Long from The Shining, right? And he's sitting there like rubbing his jaw. She's like, "Sorry, it took me so long to get off." He's like, "It's okay." He's like, "My jaw's a little numb." And she says, "Sex with you was really a Kafka-esque experience." And he goes, "Oh, thank you." She goes, "I meant it as a compliment." That is just so ridiculous. Yeah. That is one of my favorite lines.
That was a good one. And then again, he's like, "Oh, someone educated and like worldly," and then this girl is telling. Granted, she's a little like into the cult thing, but sure, everyone has their quirks, right?
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. The thing about the long robe, and then he does have a long robe, but he's uninterested
because this is his thing. This is his big thing, right? He has no self-respect. But he thinks he's the smartest person in the room.
Of course.
So the combination of those two things make him this like walking contradiction.
Yes.
That is so impossible to deal with.
And see, there was a thing we were just talking about before we started recording that I said, and I watch the movie every time, and I'm always like, I hate Catcher in the Rye.
Okay.
I hate the book. I don't think it's a good book.
I don't think it's great.
And I think what I hate more is people's reaction to it. And it's like that Holden Caulfield is this misunderstood genius, blah, blah, blah. And he's not. He's a spoiled fucking brat.
He's a phony.
And I think this is the better version of Catcher in the Rye. And I think that every time. And then he pulls out the fucking book and says, "Whose Catcher in the Rye is this?" And I'm like, yep, every time. Yeah. Every time.
Yep. The fact that...
the other...
go on.
Sorry. Because they do... There's at least like 3 scenes where they show him of like hooking up or almost hooking up with several girls. The one that cracks me up is when the girl wants to sleep with him and he's just pacing around the
JFK,
pacing around the room, and he's obsessing over the JFK assassination.
That was his first wife.
Yeah, that was, and you know who that is?
Yeah,
she's the crazy lady in Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, she's awesome.
She's amazing.
She's a great actor. That was so funny.
Yeah,
or he's just like, I just can't get it out of my head.
And then he just starts talking like he's talking about the fucking Kennedy.
And she calls him out on it.
She does.
And he's like, you're absolutely right.
And then he repeats the Groucho Marx joke of, I wouldn't want to be a member of any club that would have me as a member.
Exactly. And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
That like specific thing where it's like, I am horrible to be around and I know it, but I'm better than you. Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah, and it's constant self-destructive behavior throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
It reminds me, like, similar to like Larry David.
Yeah.
Especially that scene where he's in line for the movie, and he's got the he ends up having the argument and the fourth wall break and all that. That was just to me pure Larry David.
Yeah, and no doubt.
Even like the pure neuroticness of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
And like, I can relate a bit to the like, I don't want to start a movie when it's already started, but I can get over it.
Also,
what is it? What's the name of the movie?
When they're going.
Which one?
What
the
movie?
Nazi film?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's like the something in the poor.
Yeah.
I'll find it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Also, like when they're going over her past relationships, and they do that scene where it's the actor is hitting on her,
Yeah.
and the actor's talking, and the line that he said, I think at the end of that is, "You know how I'd like to die?
Yep.
I like to get torn apart by wild animals."
Yep.
It's so
And
good.
he's like, yeah, a bunch of squirrels will get him or something. But no, yeah, and then
That's how I
even
imagine you talking to girls, Davey.
that's always how it goes. I always tell them how I want to die. They find it endearing.
The sorrow and the pity.
Sorrow and the pity. Yeah,
It's a 4-hour documentary.
yeah, and it's like we've already seen it. He's like, let's go see it again.
We gotta see it.
But again, it's the victim. Like he victimizes himself, constantly like putting himself in that hole of like, oh, all this. Just beat on him. Like,
and that's why when you get to that scene where he gets to LA and he's like, so are you coming back with me? You know, blah, blah, blah. And she says no. And he's like, I flew all the way out here. You know what that does to my stomach?
Yeah.
You know what that does to me?
Oh, right off the bat.
And she's just like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. When we, again, like the same, right before that scene where they're in line.
Yeah.
And we meet Annie.
Yeah.
She's like, I missed my therapy.
She slept in.
And she's like, how could you do that? Do you know how that affects me?
Yeah.
Your therapy affects me? And she calls him out.
I know. Yeah. And she says to her therapist, she says, I feel bad because he's paying for these sessions. Yes. And I feel bad, you know, what. And then she has a big breakthrough. He's like, I've been going for 15 years. I don't have a big breakthrough. No. She's like, you always make it about you. Yeah. That is the Larry David thing. Yes. And obviously, you're talking about Nebuchadnezzar Jewish people that are of a certain type. I mean, clearly.
And a certain time.
Clearly, Larry David was heavily inspired by Woody Allen. Yeah. Clearly.
No, yeah. I don't think anyone would really argue that.
But yeah, I just find him very interesting because it's not like a flattering look for himself when he's clearly playing himself.
Yeah, but
like he's not afraid to like he obviously paints himself in a good light in a lot of ways. Mm. But he's not a very likable person.
No, but I also think as a comedian,
it's easier.
You're able to laugh at yourself.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But also when you're playing a role, you get at least the cover of the role. Like you get to do things that you may also feel about yourself, and you can kind of hide behind the veneer of the role.
Right. I want to. Any other scenes like immediate stand? I mean, there's a lot of stuff we still need to talk about. But is there anything you want to jump to like right off the bat? Anything that we're thinking of?
I really like the one where I think it's right after him and Annie split after he was following her, and he's just like grabbing random people.
Oh yeah.
And
it's so good.
It's so good.
Well, I love, first of all, when he's following her and she's calling him out on it. I love this scene because it starts with him getting called out on following her.
Yeah.
You don't watch him follow her.
No.
You don't see the whole thing.
No.
It just cuts to her being like, why were you following me? That's the beginning of the scene.
Yeah, I think a lot
which I love.
There's a lot of that where it's like you don't see the nonsense. Like you don't need that.
But it's also, it's not even like he picks what's important.
Yes.
Instead of
building to
like
it.
That's why I'm saying this movie, obviously the screenplay, I mean, it's one of the best screenplays in history probably, but it's not like, even though it knows how good it is, it's not so cute. Like it's not like I have this whole elaborate setup and I want you to see it and I want you to look at this and look at this and look at this. It's just like kind of like, hey, this is funny, come look at this scene, and now look at this snippet.
Yeah, I think it's blunt. Instead of like there is nuance and there are metaphorical levels we can get into, but on its face, it's also very blunt. Like it's like, this is it, take it.
Yeah.
So,
but yeah. So after that whole scene, which I think is very funny because she refers to him by his first name,
Dave. Yeah,
Dave. And their back and forth is very funny because I think it's something along the lines of like, you know, oh, what, this guy likes you, blah, 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 whatever. Mm-hmm. And you can tell that she mentions, you're the one that wanted the relationship to be open or whatever it is, right? And he's, you know, he makes some comment, but it's clear of like that dynamic is like he wants to have her under his control and then still get what he wants, right?
Yeah, less commitment.
Yeah.
That's really what he wanted.
but only on his end.
Yeah.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
And that's why when I talk about the dynamics of the relationship, I do think it's interesting because he's a very, like, he's not a very imposing character physically or like intellectually in the way of like you're gonna feel like he has you under your thumb. Yeah, but he does. Yeah. Want that, and he does manipulate people. Yeah, but it's not in the typical way of like, oh, this guy's like, it's hard, bad to be around. He's a negative influence.
It's not intimidating.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like it's funny because it's funny to say this because I don't know if you watch Rick and Morty, but this is a good example. Is like, why am I blanking on the dad's name? Jerry.
Okay.
Jerry.
Where they say, you're not a victim. Your victimhood is the way you are a predator to people. Like you make people feel bad for you, or you manipulate them in other ways. But like we mentioned, he's paying for her therapy. Oh, you should get higher education. Oh, I'm not as smart as him. He's smarter. He knows what he's talking about. Like I said, he's a narcissist. This is the way it works. It's not always like this big bad guy who you think it is. He's a narcissist.
He certainly is. Yeah. So I want to talk about Diane Keaton a little bit.
Okay.
So she has a really interesting career thus far. She's in her first movie, Lovers and Other Strangers. She then did a couple of smaller parts on TV, but then obviously was in The Godfather. Not that you would know.
No.
But she's in The Godfather, Part 1 and Part 2, which is funny because in this movie,
I feel like I was in a scene from The Godfather.
He references The Godfather. So she's in those movies, and then Annie Hall.
Yeah.
And wins Best Actress.
That is funny.
It's just like an interesting run of like, she did Broadway stuff. She makes a debut. She's in these all-time great movies. Yep. And then is in Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actress. Yep. Like, it's a hell of a run for her at this time. And then obviously she continues to have an amazing career for many, many, many years after that. So I just thought it was interesting to note like what she was up to around this time, and my God, yeah, what a freaking,
like those three alone. Looking back, you're like,
insane.
Wow,
yeah. Anyone would die to have a career with those three movies.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was 5 years.
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy.
That's crazy.
So back to the movie. What else is stand out? We mentioned briefly these like other scenes, like the Sleeping Beauty, looking cartoon.
Oh yeah, I think Snow White. But yeah.
Snow White, yes.
Same thing.
Apologies.
What's I always fall for the evil queen.
Yeah.
Again, they're the problem.
Yeah. I think the dinner scene is a really good one because she mentions off the bat before, like, I think right when they first start dating or something.
Grammy Hall would call you a real Jew.
A real Jew. And they have some conversation, and she says basically like, yeah, she doesn't really like Jews or something like that.
No, yeah. He like freezes. He's like, what? And then she's like, yeah, she's...
That's when they're on the roof.
Yeah, that's on the roof. Wine. Again, the first meeting of Annie Hall.
They zoom in on his face with the real Jew. Because he's obsessed with... And he keeps talking to his friend Rob. It's Rob, right?
Yeah.
Keeps talking to Rob about how... everyone hates him because he's Jewish.
Yeah, everyone's anti-Semitic.
And Rob's like, everything's a conspiracy with you, man. Like, this is not, you're really overlooking it. He says the joke of like, he's like, yeah, they didn't say like, oh, they said, how was your weekend? Or what you...
They said like, oh, did you eat?
Yeah.
No, Jew? Not no, did you? Jew? Jewy? Like, and then the guy at the record store, blonde hair, buzz cut, asked me if I wanted Wagner.
They have a sale this month on Wagner. So they have that as the setup, and then they talk about Grammy Hall.
Which is really funny, because I don't know. I don't think this is intentional. But he gets in a Volkswagen Bug.
He does.
You know who's responsible for the Volkswagen Bug?
Of course. She says...
A little man named Adolf Hitler.
Well, when she says, oh, I have a Volkswagen
out front.
Definitely intentional.
I think so too.
But yeah, so Grammy Hall we know doesn't like Jews.
Yes.
So he goes to dinner.
Okay. Before we get into this scene.
Yeah.
No, I'll do it after.
You'll do it after?
I'll do it after.
All right. So absolutely love this scene.
Great scene.
Family not impressed with his jokes or his demeanor.
No.
Not loving him.
They're like the classic wasps.
Yeah. Totally. And they play it great.
Yeah.
And of course we have a young Walken as Brother Dwayne.
Young Christopher Walken.
Yep.
Troubled artist.
Troubled artist. And he pulls him into his room after dinner.
Yeah.
And
do we want to?
Yeah,
we're getting
of
ahead.
course.
We're getting ahead here.
So during the dinner scene,
The grandma,
Grandma
Grammy Hall,
is literally looking at him with disgust,
Yeah.
and then they flip to him like in a Hasidic Jew,
becoming more of a
Yeah.
crazy stereotype
with the big curls and everything
in her eyes. And so we have the racist grandma.
Yeah.
Then we have the troubled artist, Dwayne.
Uh-huh.
Does it remind you of any other movies with a very similar setup that
course.
Christopher Walken is in?
Yep.
It's the fucking
It is.
Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, that's what they're riffing on.
I know, it's so great.
I know, it's so good.
But I feel like a lot of people don't know that.
No. Well, this movie is 50 years old, like we said. So then what I like is they cross-cut. They bring in what his family would be doing on a typical family dinner. And they're like talking to each other.
Yeah, that's what's great. You start seeing them, like they're having two different scenes.
Yeah.
And then they start
They
interacting,
start interacting.
over the split screen, which is, again, an
super
abstract.
cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then now we get up to Dwayne's bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of pulls him in and says, like, sometimes I'm driving down the road, I see those two headlights, and I just feel this urge to just
As quick as I can, just drive into them. And then he's like,
he has nothing. He's just kind of like
I gotta go back to
pulls on his face.
I'm needed back on planet Earth, I believe is the line.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, we're gonna get going. And the dad's like, oh, I haven't finished my drink. I'll have Dwayne drive you. And then they cut to the car. And he's just like
holding on to
for dear life
to the rails. Oh, it's so good. I also love that Annie is like having a conversation with her parents.
Mm.
And like, so what'd you think? Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's great.
Yeah.
He's gonna be great. But yeah, then so absolutely love that scene. I think Walken is
Phenomenal.
so good.
Yeah.
And I will say, I mean, you called it, Oz. I think it was at the LA party that they go to where you have Goldblum like walking up to the phone real quick, picking it up.
Oh, what did he say?
He barely even says two
one
words.
line.
Yeah.
And I forget what
It was something
it's like I need it. Oh,
like make a deal
No,
or
no, no.
something.
I forgot my mantra. Because everything they're doing at this
Yeah.
LA party
It's so
is an
good.
LA cliche.
Yeah, it's so
He's
good.
just like, I'm shitting on LA.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it's fairly accurate.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. Because it's also still relevant today to a degree.
The conversation that he and Rob have about the girl
Mm-hmm.
that's, what I forget what the record label guy's name is,
Mhm.
but his girl or whatever, and
Yeah.
they're like talking about her and whatever, and she comes over. That whole bit
Yeah.
is just so good.
Yeah.
Like that's the stuff where it's like
Classic.
he's really
Yeah.
firing on all cylinders.
Oh, yeah. And then when they have there's like a group of 3 guys and they're talking about setting up meetings to have meetings.
Yeah.
Oh, it's,
If you meet with that guy, I really think you should, then I'll meet with that guy.
yeah, exactly.
It's horrific. Absolute psycho shit.
Yes.
Yeah, I really like even that initial meeting with Paul Simon and his little
In the bar.
cacophony in the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he has like a cadre of 3 people with him.
Entourage.
Hey, you should come back to the hotel.
We're having a
He's
little
like so gentle
Yeah.
spoken, the way he's talking to her,
Yeah.
and yet it's so menacing, and
Yeah.
you can't like figure out like what is up with this guy.
And then his reaction,
Yes,
like, is just like,
we got the thing.
you get the thing. What are you talking?
What thing?
The thing. I wonder if that was the first. Like, is that the first? The thing?
Who knows?
I don't know about that one.
We
yeah.
weren't alive.
No, yeah. There's definitely a lot of things in the movie where it's like, this is the first time this was done, and then it's used.
Well,
But I don't know if it was the first. The thing.
I mean, it could be.
It could be.
But yeah, so I love that scene because you have the thing that I find interesting. So she's a singer, right? She's trying out at a jazz club, or
didn't she say
like a club
this
or
is the
something.
first time I'm ever gonna sing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And the crowd didn't like her the first time.
Well, there was like a whole commotion, like everyone, like the waiters, everything, just everyone's moving around still, like
They're
nothing's
arguing
happening
with each other.
Yeah,
The waiters. This is my area.
Yeah, fucking crazy.
But they didn't like her, is what the impression was. And then the next time she like blows everyone out of the water, and there's the record guy there. So that's why she is eventually going to LA.
Yeah, to record the record.
Record a record, become a big singer. What else?
The other unique scene with the way it was shot is when they're both at talking to therapists, and it's split screen.
That's a good
great.
one, yeah.
And they're like pausing
scene,
for the other person to talk to the therapist, and then the other one's turn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the way they film that is they're next to each other, and there's just a artificial wall that's separating them. So it's not actually.
Oh, it's not actually split screen.
I could see that.
No, yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's like how what I found so interesting, because he's doing so many different weird things. Think about the scene where they're looking at her old boyfriend, the actor that you mentioned, and they kind of like walk up and start watching.
Yeah, like they're walking through the past.
And you can see, because it's 1977, right, that clearly it's like, here's a screen that's playing this part of the film, and then here's what's actually happening. But it just works.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you have to give so much credit to, at the time, how all this stuff just works. Like, it should not work as well as it does. Like, so many of these swings are like not easy to pull off.
There's a lot of like room for like margin of error here. Like, things could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But he lands it.
Yeah, I just think of those scenes where it's like, Jesus, how'd you even?
Yeah.
But I'm trying to think what else. Big scenes.
I did like, so you know the lobster scene with Annie? Like, and they're doing
Great
the
scene.
lobster, and like, oh, you can see the
yeah.
cute couple.
Yeah.
And then he's doing it with another girl.
He's trying to recreate.
And well, first of all, that's psycho, right?
Psychotic, yeah.
But then she has no sense of humor, and she's like, "I don't get it." Like, what? Do you, like, and he's
Is
like,
this
trying
a joke? What are we doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's like trying to do bits, and he's like, and you just realize, like, it's like, like you can't. Like, personally, I don't think I could last in a relationship 5 minutes like that.
Of course.
But it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, these people that you're taking for granted. It's like, yeah, sense of humor is a thing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
That is crazy though. Him trying to recreate. Like, I feel like I know people who've done that type of thing.
I'm
like,
sure.
I'm taking you on the trip I took my ex on.
Yeah,
because I had such a good time.
We're gonna go to all the same restaurants. We're gonna do all the same trips. Yeah, I love that. Love that bit. The one, just like a classic, like silly comedy thing is after they have that huge scene. The scene that wins Diane Keaton her Oscar at the restaurant, and he goes to leave, and he's not a good driver, and he pulls out, and he goes forward first instead, even though he's looking backwards, and he backs and he hits like 3 different cars, and the cop is right there.
Yeah.
He walks over, and he's like, "Just give me your license." The cop is being like extremely patient with him.
Yeah.
He's like, "Can you pick up your license, please?" He picks it up and starts ripping it to shreds in front of him.
It's like, I've always had a problem with authority.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, it's not you.
Yeah.
He's ripping it up. I love that scene.
And then when Max picks him up, and like you said, he says this thing, but then he like puts on this like UV helmet.
It looks like a space. He says something like, "Are we going
to back on planet whatever?"
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
And he said it's to stay young.
Yeah, something like that.
I also love when he's doing like they recorded their show, but he's in the booth at
The laugh track. Yeah.
He's like, "Give me a real big one after this
Yeah.
line here." He's like, "Not big enough. Give me a real."
And then just how like ridiculous that is like.
But he's not. This is why I think it's easy to appreciate this type of movie and like Woody's style, because it's like in a way that is enjoyable and not like
preachy,
unbearable, he's able to take shots at a lot of things that are ridiculous, right? Yeah. And I think that's a big one, is like he's seeing sitcoms on TV that aren't funny. Yeah. That have these laugh tracks on them. He's like, what the hell is this? Yeah, this is not funny.
You ever heard of Big Bang Theory?
But yeah, I think I just think that type of stuff that he does, I feel like he's really on point with that.
Oh, 100%.
I'm trying to think. We alluded to the classroom scene, but it basically is like him just saying like, I've always been, really into girls, whatever, like, and it shows him like getting into trouble for
kissing a girl without consent,
and they go through his like classmates. I wonder what they're doing, and they're like going to the speaking to the camera, and the one kid is like, I'm a heroin addict.
I used to be a heroin addict. Now I'm a methadone addict. And like I'm into leather and all this other stuff.
All these little kids saying this shit.
Into leather.
And even then, like you're seeing like the superiority complex, because either you're like, you don't know if that's what they're doing or what he thinks they're doing, or I'm going to look down on these people. But also like those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach gym, and those who can't do that teach him high school.
Yeah. It is. He's holier than thou.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. Like it's an interesting character study where he's like psychoanalyzing himself, but he's not afraid to say like, I'm also a genius.
like I said, I think it's like a little bit of like he does buy it a little.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he knows there's something up.
Yeah.
And then when you have the guys of behind the role, you get to kind of act it out and poke fun of yourself and really see what's under there.
I like the running theme that Annie can't have sex with him unless she smokes pot beforehand.
You have to be artificially relaxed before we sleep together.
Yeah.
And it bothers him so much.
Yeah. Again, ego.
Yeah.
I like the other one where they're trying to have sex and it's like all the noise outside the apartment.
Oh yeah.
And she like can't get into it. And he's like,
that's with his.
What do you want me to do? You want me to shut down the airport?
Yeah. That's with his second wife, isn't it?
No, that is with Annie.
It's with
right
Annie?
After the scene with his second wife, because I've done that too.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
is that his second wife? And then I don't remember the actress who plays the second wife, but she does look like Annie as well. Like it's not that far off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like my therapist says I should live in the country. It's like, we can't live in the country. You know how all this stuff that I don't like? Crickets and the Manson family probably.
And he mentions the cults again when he's going to LA.
Yes. Once upon a time in Hollywood, right?
Yeah. I think we hit a lot of the big stuff.
I think so.
I don't want to miss anything major. Is there anything that springs to mind for you, Oz?
I just had a couple notes on just, when you're watching these older movies and kind of what ages them, with when she's complaining about her apartment and how she's paying $400 a month.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is towards the end of the movie when they're on the plane, when they break up and you just see like the seats that they're in. It looks so much comfier on that plane than
so much room.
Shit that we get.
I know. I also do love that scene because you hear their inner monologues of like, they both want to break up with each other for different reasons.
His first line of that was, "It was nice to flirt." and she's like, "I don't think it's working out between him and I."
Yeah. I also like after the scene at the restaurant, as he's like walking with her as she's trying to leave, and she's like, I really do have to go. It's a big day for, I forget the guy's name, the record producer. It's the Grammys tonight. And a couple of his records are up for the awards. And he's like, awards? They always give out awards. I can't believe it. Greatest fascist dictator, Adolf Hitler. Because he says like, they give awards for this kind of music. I thought they just gave earplugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we hit all my major stuff. I just think that watching Diane's Annie Hall as she changes and grows, and the way that the movie is about how he never changes or grows at all, and she is constantly, because she's like, Babe in the Woods, right? She's like, this is all new to me.
Yeah.
I'm new to the city. I'm new to this. I'm new to this. I'm trying new things. She goes and becomes a singer, on a whim, right?
Yeah.
It's like she wants to have all these new experiences, and he never wants anything new.
No.
So like this was doomed from the beginning.
Yeah.
But the thing that I love is you see her transformation, and because it's so the scenes are out of time, seeing the differences in her character. Yeah, but it makes it so like you really believe like that is a full
transformation.
Like it's such a fully realized character.
Yeah.
That's why I love Diane Keaton's performance so much.
God.
Because there's never any bit that's like, I don't buy this.
No, yeah.
Like seeing her from that first thing where she's all awkward and like whatever to like where she becomes of like this like more self-confident, like willing to,
stand up for herself.
Yeah.
And even in the therapy session, she said like, I would have just said yes, like to make him happy.
Yep.
Like sleep with him, but it's like I didn't want to, and like I have to have respect for myself. Yeah. And it's like she's growing.
I forgot about that. She talks about her dream.
Oh yeah.
Frank Sinatra is smothering me with a pillow, and he's wearing glasses.
It's like, your name, Alvy Singer.
He's a singer. That's so good
because he tries to do a psycho.
You saying I'm smothering you?
Yeah. Because he's like, oh, you're both singers.
It's so good. I'm just trying to make sure in my notes if I missed anything. Oh, when he's a child and he's depressed.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes to the doctor, and Dr. Flicker was the doctor's name.
That was his name?
And he's like telling him, all right, can you tell him why you're depressed?
Yeah.
Well, the universe is expanding. It's
yeah.
always expanding. So one day it's going to expand too much and it's all going to come rolling down.
He's like, you won't be around for that. As he smokes a cigarette in the house.
It's so good. That is just, but the style of this movie, like it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Just really well done.
No, yeah. I felt pretty confident with my case.
It's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's
I loved it.
It's one of the great movies.
Yeah. So Oz, this was your first watch.
Yep.
What do you think? Like overall?
I mean, I don't know if we're rating it, but
we are.
We are going to rate it.
We are. Would you say? Repeat yourself.
I would give it 5 stars.
5 out of 5.
I love the movie. It's hilarious throughout, and it's doing interesting things. I mean, we talked about the way all these scenes are shot. And you have an amazing character in Diane Keaton with an awesome performance. So, yeah, I mean, it's funny because in my head, I keep comparing it to 500 Days of Summer because there's so many similarities. And yeah, now I see where that movie basically got its
I was gonna ask that question.
Inspiration
because I haven't
slash.
seen it.
Yeah.
But you also get like the pixie dream girl and
Yeah.
Definitely.
that he's trying to change and it's a lot of there's a lot of mirrors to this movie with that one.
Yeah, I do think this movie, like if you haven't seen this movie, you've seen scenes from this movie in other things. Like Family Guy alone, I think has lifted 90% of this movie. But obviously it's Family Guy, it's all references, but there's like a lot.
Yeah.
Especially in the early Family Guy stuff, which I guess when Family Guy had an older audience.
Yeah.
But
makes sense.
Yeah.
So probably third or fourth time for me. 4.5 out of 5 for me. I think it's a fantastic movie, top notch, one of the best romantic comedies. Definitely stands the test of time. It's not like a personal fave. Like it's like I think I can say unequivocally it is one of the great movies. Like I love it. For my personal taste, 4.5 is pretty fucking good.
I'd say so.
So that's where I'm at with it. The thing about it that we didn't really talk that much about is that it's just a beautifully shot movie. Like so many of the scenes when they're like in the honeymoon phase and they're like in different locations, like when you really realize it when when they do the kind of flashback recap of here's a bunch of the scenes, and you like see this, the iconic shot by the bridge, and like there's so many of those like really nice
locations
scenes, and it's just
the way
it's such a love letter to New York in such a fun way. It's awesome.
And I think that's part of it too, is like, you think of the movie, you think, oh, it's funny, oh, it covers like a reality of a romance in a way. You have a little bit of your psychoanalysis going on of like reflecting, and then it is like on a technical level very good as well, like all these tough shots, all these locations.
There's a very early on shot that I want to shout out where it is just like a stationary shot of him and Rob way down the street. Like, you don't even really know where they are. You hear them talking to each other.
Yeah, this is the did you
and
scene.
Then and then they slowly are just making their way down the street, and you see them get into frame and stuff. And that is just such a like in all the different things that he's doing, he's also just doing really nice technical work.
Yes,
you know what I mean, and that's really nice to see. Obviously,
it's literally just a simple shot of the screen of the street. And they're walking down the street, they're talking, but there's movement in the shot. It's a nice view, it's a good setting, and it's introducing the scene. Like,
it's so good.
It's doing all the work.
What are you giving it?
So,
I've
given Shaun of the Dead a 5, I believe.
Okay.
I've given Jackie Brown a 5. I'm gonna give this a 4.8.
4.8.
4.8.
So we're changing the scale.
Wait. Oh, is it 5? Is it?
We said it's a 10 point. Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's 0.5s or.
All right.
So are you gonna round up and give it a 5?
You now want to give it a 5 just because you don't want to have 3 5s.
No.
Well,
or you keep consistency and you give every movie we watch a 5.
that could be a thing.
I'd be very surprised if that continues.
I am gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay.
I love the movie, and that I also does know will skew it. Like, that's why I'm correcting the bias. There are things that could be done to this movie. Like, I don't think it's like head to toe everything that needs to be there. There couldn't be anything more. There couldn't be anything less. Every performance is great. Like, there are people who could I could do without probably.
Yeah.
Not that this is like the biggest factor. The soundtrack isn't anything. Like, there are areas it could be tweaked. But by no means am I like shitting on the movie. Obviously, I love it. It's
a great movie,
and I personally love it, and that's why I know like that half point probably has to come off.
So is this make it number 3 out of the 3 that we watched? Because we're keeping a running ranking.
No.
Okay.
I think this is. Well, are you going to?
I'd like to see you grapple with this idea.
No. The way I rank them versus like the critique of the film are two different things.
Not to me, baby.
Well, not to you.
That's not my style.
I would say Shaun of the Dead like does what it should be doing. 100%. Like, it is done. It did everything it should do. No more, no less. Maybe a little more, but it's fine. Where
no bias.
I think Annie Hall, there's a little room to play with, like, especially in what it contends with, and like how well it's regarded. I don't think Shaun of the Dead is like one of the all-time great comedies. I do think Annie Hall is.
So are you putting this number 1 or number 2?
That's a tough one.
Because you alluded to the fact that Shaun of the Dead would be your number 3.
Shaun of the Dead would be number 3.
Okay.
So now it's between Jackie Brown and Annie Hall.
Pretty good movies.
Yes. That's tough. It's a knife fight. This might change.
Of course.
But
every episode we re-rank.
Yeah.
Our rolling top 10s.
I'm going to put Jackie Brown over it for now.
Love to see it.
Jackie Brown, Annie Hall, Shaun of the Dead.
Okay. So far we got 3 movies with names in the title.
It's true.
Oz, what's your ranking so far?
My ranking's the same.
Damn, how boring. So is mine. So is mine.
That's funny.
I mean,
I think that's fair, though. I think that kind of validates everybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not going to hang around that long.
No.
If we watch Mulholland Drive instead of Annie Hall, I'm sure it wouldn't be the same for everyone.
I wonder.
Me too. We'll find out one day.
Oh, our rankings.
Yeah,
Where like would Mulholland Drive be where Annie Hall is?
Right. I'm saying, I mean, obviously, it's my number one movie of all time, so I would
I don't
anticipate
know.
it being
What
up
movie?
there.
There's a movie you haven't seen that it might be really good.
It's possible.
Could you imagine if one of your tops got dethroned by a suggestion?
Could be.
That would be very interesting.
Remember, these are all from our own list of movies we want to watch.
No,
so
I know.
There's always
No.
a possibility.
I know, but I'm just thinking of like what it would take.
So we all have the same ranking so far. I anticipate that changing over the next few movies. Let's talk about the movie. And we said best performance. We all kind of said Diane Keaton.
Well, I don't think Ozzy did.
He did.
Oh, he did.
But yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
well.
it is.
So did the Academy. So we
She's
all agree.
unreal. She's unreal.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite performances. It's really like one of those performances.
No,
like
I agree.
she's insanely good, fully realized character.
Mm-hmm.
Plays the different versions of her in such a way that's what I can't get over is like each like version that we see of her throughout the time span of the movie. It just you believe that it's a person that's growing and changing. That's such a cool thing.
And even to place it, like to be like, this is Annie at this time and play that. Because I don't think they acted the scenes out in chronological order and then just put them, like maybe they did, but I don't think it makes a difference.
Right.
Like you're playing this character at different points and you're nailing it. And like I said, that's like, I think Woody Allen's great in this. Woody Allen doesn't change. And that's part of the movie. But if we're talking about who had a better performance, who's performing? Who's the LVP?
Yeah, who is your LVP?
I asked you first.
There are a couple people that come to mind, but I'm not ready to commit yet. I have to think about
It's
it.
tough because like obviously it's them two for most of the movie.
Right.
Then Rob, who I do
Is
not
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who outside that would be?
Love Paul Simon.
Yeah, like and he's,
Love the ex-wives.
Yeah.
Love Shelley Long. Or
Yeah, I don't really
I said
know if
Shelley Long. It's
there's-
Shelley Duvall,
Oh, Shelley Duvall.
isn't it?
Yeah.
I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's Shelley Duvall. I said Shelley Long earlier.
Like who's in it enough that you would say like you can't just be like the horse on like you know what I mean? Like because in that scene where he's like talking to people, he goes up to these good-looking couple and goes, "How do you two make it work?" And he goes, I have no ideas or care about anything, and I'm exactly the same. And it's so funny because there was someone who was like recently in a relationship, and they're LA people as well. And I've never met I haven't met the significant other, but I'm like, this is what I think their relationship is like. They're great people. I love them. But I'm like, I think this is it.
That's what
This
it's
is why
all
this
about.
relationship works.
And he even says, so you have some sort of agreement there.
Yeah, exactly.
You have something worked out. Maybe I go his mother,
I was thinking that too, which is kind of weird.
who I don't hate.
No,
I just think isn't the strongest. I think the dad is terrific.
I think the dad does a little more in that scene.
Yeah.
Like she's in 2 or 3 scenes.
I guess I would go with that. There's no real big standout that I would say that brings it down.
I don't think there's anyone really.
I think Walken is excellent.
No, yeah, I would never. Maybe the dad, but again, what is he in one scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gotta be
I
Capote.
don't think there's
Gotta be
anyone.
Capote.
Gotta be.
Yeah, there's nobody that, because even the guy in the line at the New Yorker was great.
Yeah, there's no one who's in it enough
Yeah.
to be like we could do without him. It's
Yeah.
like what their one scene. Yeah, there's a problem. Sure, there's plenty of people. But
All right.
Yeah.
Favorite scene?
I think mine is when he meets Annie,
Nice.
like the whole scene, like up to the apartment. If
Yeah.
that's fair to say.
Yeah, it works. Mine is the L.A. Dinner when
Makes
he flies
sense.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
I cannot get over. I watched the scene like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
The way that she plays that as like, I'm here because I feel bad and I care about you. And then you just see her face change like throughout as he's speaking and as they're going back and forth, and you see her just kind of do this like realization in her head of like, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I can't be here.
Because I think, yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, I'll meet up with my ex and like, oh, we'll talk about it and okay, the end. And then it's like, oh no, he thinks he's getting me back.
Just the way that she plays that, I just love it so much. I think she's so good.
Oz, favorite scene?
It's when adult Woody Allen kisses the little girl.
No, he doesn't. The adult doesn't kiss. That would have been way too on the nose.
No, I think.
Yeah,
I think
that's a great scene.
Well, the ones you guys are talking about are probably my favorite, but just to throw something else in there, I think the ending sequence with him making in the theater, making the play,
it's very good,
and the montage and all that, and then
it's very good.
The movie theater scene where they're standing in line, that whole sequence.
Oh, that's great. Yeah. And what a way to like open
so
it
funny.
Up,
it's so well done. It shows his just neuroticism and just shitty attitude, and it's just hilarious. And when they pull the guy out from behind the
stand,
the stand.
It's a great scene.
It's so good.
Good movie.
And then he just turns and goes, "Wouldn't it be great if life was like this?"
Well, I think, is there anything else we want to talk about with Annie Hall before we move on to our lists?
So, Ozzy, this was your first watch. Would you recommend it? And I assume you think it does hold up at this point.
Oh yeah, 100% holds up.
Like
go
ahead.
The comedy in it. I mean, I laughed the entire time.
Good.
They're even like when they make references to what I assume are relevant pop culture things that I'm like, I don't even know what they're talking about, but
there's a lot of that as
it's still funny in the context of the movie.
Yeah, the delivery is great, even on those. Like, what you're... And,
Harvard makes mistakes, too. Look at Henry Kissinger.
Yeah. That's a great one.
I love... They're going through, like, whose stuff is whose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is your impeach Nixon bill, and your impeach Johnson bill, and your impeach
all the buttons,
go through every president for the buttons.
And all hers are like pro, and his are all like impeach.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. No, I think that's how like the all-time greats, like the same with music is how I feel. It's like, if it's good and it was from back then and you show it to someone now, I think it still lands.
Yeah, if it's great, it stays great.
It stands the test of time.
I agree. All right, so let's move on. That was Annie Hall. We will cross that off of Ozzy's list, and we're back to me. First time, second trip through. So I said last time, I said that we would do one round and then do one of our faves. That doesn't make any sense. No. We talked about it off mic after. So I think instead what we'll do is we'll do 3 rounds of each person's. Mm-hmm. So once we get back to me for the 4th time, I pick one of my 5 faves.
Yes, to subject us to.
And we just watch it.
Yes.
And then those 3 episodes in a row will be one of the 5 faves.
For each of us.
Yeah. And then it'll jump back to mine, and we go back to the list for 3 more rounds. I hope that makes sense to everyone. But I'm going to read my list that remains. So Shaun of the Dead, we already did. Mm-hmm. A Few Good Men has an asterisk because it was It
lost last
time.
It
lost the competition.
Face off.
So it needs to take an episode off from contention.
Mm-hmm.
So what we have remaining is Strange Days, The Fugitive, The Firm, A History of Violence, The Fly, Gattaca, Source Code, The Abyss, Dog Day Afternoon, The Iron Giant, Princess Bride, The Shape of Water, and Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Ooh.
All right, I'll let Ozzy go first because there's a few ways I can do this.
Oz, what you pick, man?
I'm gonna pick Shape of Water.
Ooh.
See,
and I think the cell is easy because it's Del Toro.
It's a good cell.
One of your favorite directors.
It's pretty good.
And is it the only film of his that you haven't watched?
I believe that's true. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
The film that he finally won the Oscar for,
Yeah.
and I believe it got the Best Actress too.
Yep. It did. It's a pretty beloved movie.
You like monster movies?
I mean, yeah, I like Del Toro.
You like
I mean, I haven't
you
seen
like
it, but
romance
is it a monster
movies?
movie?
It is a monster movie.
Oh, okay.
Like monster movies? You like romance movies? What if I give you a really good
Romantic monster
combo of
movie.
them
I love it.
that works and has awesome special effects, has a great villain performance from, I cannot remember the actor's name.
Is it Michael Shannon?
Yes.
Is he Elvis in this too?
Certainly not.
Not Elvis. Damn. It's like Colonel Strickland.
It's a good
Very-
pitch, Oz. It's a good pitch.
I agree that is a good pitch because one of the suggestions was for me it was going to be Shape of Water because I haven't seen it and I want to see it.
Not as good of a pitch.
No, but to be fair, I think it worked. So in the spirit of competition, I will pick something else.
What's your pick?
So there's 2 or 3. Okay. In the sake of diversity, I'm not going to pick the Iron Giant.
Okay.
Granted, it's one of the only animated films I think on here. It's like 2 or 3, which I think would be good. But it's more lighthearted, and I feel like everything we've been watching has been more fun in a way.
Yeah, that's why good job, Ozzy, picking Annie Hall. You know, I really feel like we could use a comedy
Yeah.
after Shaun of the Dead, Jackie Brown.
Yeah. Well, Jackie Brown's not a comedy, but
I know.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying. Like it's a laugh.
Yeah.
You have some laughs.
Mulholland Drive, not a laugh riot.
No. So I will stay away from Iron Giant for now.
Okay.
And it also gives me something if I need to double back. Bram Stoker's Dracula. You just saw
That's his point,
Nosferatu.
man.
I did just see Nosferatu.
So you get to see what they came up with, what Coppola came up with from the original source material of that.
That's right.
You get it's got some vampires.
Love me a vampire.
It's a little
Sinners got me buzzing.
It's a little sexy. Not gonna lie. Inspired a lot of vampire erotica.
Mostly Keanu.
No, I think like Twilight and all that stuff. This movie walked, so Twilight could flop. I actually think Twilight made a lot of
Definitely
money,
did not.
so I don't
Certainly
know.
not a flop.
Exist, I guess, is the right word. That and 50 Shades of Grey, I guess, right?
Yeah.
No, that came from
There's no
Twilight.
vampires in that.
I don't know.
He's out on a limb here.
It is.
You get a horribly miscast Keanu
In which movie?
Dracula.
in Dracula.
In this one?
Yeah. I haven't seen the movie, but I know he's in it.
Am I thinking of a different movie?
Are you I don't know. You tell me. Are you thinking of Interview with the Vampire?
No,
Tom Cruise?
no.
I don't know.
Maybe. Well, it's a good movie.
Well, Dave's pitch was not very
good.
strong.
I was due for one.
So I'm going to go
I
with
saw it right.
I'm going to go
I
with
saw
The
it right
Shape of Water.
after Nosferatu came out.
That was fresh in Ozzy's mind.
Yeah.
I'm going with Shape of Water.
Or was this all a plan so I could see Shape of Water as well?
That was his plan all along.
You'll never know.
So that's what our next episode is going to be.
I'm
Shape
excited
of
about
Water. I'm excited for this
We're
too.
gonna find out what shape it is. Is it a square? Is it a circle?
I think it's whatever the container that holds it.
Got a
That
scientist
doesn't
on
make
the pod. All right. So Shape of Water will be next. I think it was a good episode, guys. I like talking about Annie Hall. I think it's a great movie. I'm glad we got the Woody Allen stuff out of the way.
Hold on, I'm just going to completely cut you off. I just looked down at the list and I saw something, and I thought one of your suggested 5 was Cool Runnings for a second.
Oh my
I was
god.
like, what? I was like, all right.
That would have been a hell of a pick.
Well, that would have been great.
That would have been
Hell of a
great.
pick.
I think we've all seen it, though. So
Great
can't be
movie.
on the list.
Great movie.
Great movie. True story.
Sorry. All right. Well, I think that does it for the episode. No better way to end it.
No.
We'll be talking about Shape of Water on the next one. We'll see how many of us come out wanting to have sex with a fish. Sorry, what was that?
Coming out now, having sex with a fish? Some of us might already want that. I mean, come on. We all grew up in Little Mermaid, right? That's so problematic. Anyway.
On the Woody Allen episode?
Yeah, on the Woody Allen episode? I think it's more fitting that I say it. Anyway. Do we want... So, all 3 of these last movies I've watched on Prime.
Okay.
1 was free with Prime, 2 are rental.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to, like, discuss where you can watch it beforehand?
Interesting. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
So let's look at Shape of Water.
Yeah. Oh, you're pulling it up. I don't need to pull it up.
I got it.
Tech guy.
So it's on everything for $4. So it doesn't appear to be free on anything.
Okay.
So the
it's a rental
usual
program.
Prime, YouTube, Google, Apple.
Yeah, I'm okay giving Guillermo money if I'd rather not give Woody Allen more money, but
it was free.
It was free, so we're good.
Yeah, so all right. Well, tune in for the next episode on The Shape of Water. Thank you, Oz, for being here.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Dave, for being here.
It was a pleasure.
Hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode and this little project of ours. We got lots more movies to cover, but it'll be The Shape of Water next week, so tune in for that. And until next time, peace.